Utah housing market has some big issues right now. On this video, we're going to talk about how we got here, what is going on, and how you as a buyer or seller can navigate through the issues. Let's get to it right now. And I'm Mike Gallagher. On this channel, we talk everything about living in Utah. You may consider hitting that subscribe button down below and let's become a friend. Also, if you hit that bell notification, you'll be notified every time I release a new video. And that's every week. And honestly, we've been helping so many people from all over the world. So if you do need to buy or sell real estate in Utah, call me, text me, shoot me an email. I got your back when moving to Utah. And I usually don't do videos quite like this, but over the last week, I've been working on a new construction project, and this person's home has gone up 20% over the last few months. We've been dealing with some low inventory issues also, and we've had a lot of buyers that have just pulled out of the market because they're getting very frustrated with the very low inventory. Let's go to the beginning of how we got here. It all started when the pandemic hit. There were a lot of sellers out there that were ready to sell their home. Remember, it was February, March, April time period, spring season, one of the most popular times to put your home on the market. Sellers were literally ready. They had been prepping their home all winter, doing some touch-up paint, etc., etc. Then when the COVID hit, people were nervous. We didn't know exactly how people got COVID, how it was transmitted, etc., etc. So they did not want buyers coming through their home and infecting their home and possibly their families. So they put the brakes on it and said, let's hold off for 2 or 3 months. Well, then the summer months hit. Still the same issue. Actually, it was worse. We had more COVID cases. Now this time of year, in the fall, we have even more COVID cases, and some of them sellers still have not put their home on the market. So how low is the inventory? Well, along the Wasatch Front, and I'm talking from Cache County down to Utah County, so Logan, Utah, all the way down to Provo, Orem, Spanish Fork, and everything in between. We have 2,500 single-family homes. Yes, 2,500. And that is all price ranges. That would be your cheapest home to your multi-million-dollar homes. We only have 2,500. Normally, we're 4 to 5 times that inventory in a normal market. So about 10, 12, 13,000 homes would be a normal market. So how many buyers do we have in the market? Well, that's a hard number to come up with, but we are seeing many more buyers now than we did about 4 or 5 months ago. There's a couple reasons for that. The number one reason, in my opinion, is the low interest rates. We're in the 2% range. Just a couple months ago, we were close to 4%. We even hit 4%. So you have a 14% better buying power now than you did a few months ago. For example, if you were looking at an $860,000 home just 2 or 3 months ago, you're now looking at $1 million home for the same payment. The second reason, we do have a few people moving to the state of Utah. One of the reasons is the low unemployment. Through the pandemic, we have maintained a very low unemployment rate compared to other neighboring states. People moving here need housing. They're going to rent or they're going to buy. Buyers are just giving up. They're getting very frustrated. They're noticing that on most homes there are multiple offers. 10 to 12 offers is not uncommon on a home. And when you go to a showing, it's not uncommon to have 3, 4, 5 agents waiting to get in that home along with your clients. Well, it's not all doom and gloom. If you stay to the end, I've got some valuable tips for buyers and sellers to help you navigate through this market. As a real estate agent, I believe that owning a home is a great investment. I think it's far better to buy than to rent. So if you can get into your dream home with these low interest rates, that low interest rate will continue throughout your loan on that particular home. So you're thinking the answer is new construction, just build a new home. Well, we have some issues in that department also. We're seeing huge price increases throughout the whole Wasatch Front. 10, 20, 30% is not uncommon. Sometimes it occurs while you're in the middle of building your home. So some people are pulling out of new construction. One of the issues is lumber. During COVID, a lot of the lumber mills were shut down, could not produce lumber. We also had some natural disasters throughout the United States. put a high demand on lumber, which rose the pricing. 100, 200, 300%, not uncommon. Electrical, plumbing, a lot of other things that go into a new home build comes from China. China had some manufacturing problems of their own with COVID, so the prices have gone up for those items. And when COVID first hit, some of the builders just put the brakes on new construction. They did not know what the housing market was going to do during the pandemic, so they slowed it down a little bit. Some of the local cities and counties, with the permit process and also getting inspections done, are taking a lot longer. Some of those employees are working from home. And most of the builders out there cannot give you an exact start date or a completion date of your new home project. So will the home prices continue to climb? Well, the simple answer is yes. Most of the experts out there feel that as long as we have low interest rates and high demand and low inventory, the prices will continue to climb. Now, if the interest rates change and we go up 4, 5, 6, 7%, in my opinion, we will see the market change in a reflection to those higher interest rates. So you're thinking it'd be great to be a seller in this market, get top dollar for your home, have multiple offers. Well, sometimes it's not quite that simple. Most sellers usually have to find a replacement home. Either they got to find an existing home or they have to build a new home. And that's when the challenges start. They will be with every other buyer in a multiple offer situation and low inventory. Maybe they decide to build. Well, a lot of builders can't give them an exact time frame. So in some cases, they will have to go back to their original sale and cancel it because they cannot find their dream home. So after all the doom and gloom, I've got some recommendations if you're a buyer or seller. First of all, if you're a buyer, be prepared for multiple offers. It's what's happening in the market. 10, 12, 15 offers on a home. If your offer does not get accepted, do not take it personal. Just be prepared to move on to the next home. Pre-approval letters. It's almost a must. Get your pre-approval letter done before you look at homes. Some sellers will not even look at an offer without a pre-approval letter. I'm actually finding some listings that say if you do not have a pre-approval letter, they won't even show you the home. If you can, use a local lender. A lot of times if the agents are familiar with the lender and they are good quality and we feel comfortable that they can close on the deal, the agents will let the seller know that, hey, this transaction is probably going to close because this lender is top notch. Also, use a real estate agent that has some experience in these tough markets. So if you're a buyer, put yourself in the shoes of a seller for just a moment. You got your home on the market. You've received multiple offers. Most of them are for about the same price range, the same similar terms. What most sellers say to me is, Mike, tell me something about each one of these offers. I want someone that will treat my home with the greatest upkeep, but I also want someone who will get along with my neighbors. So I do have some tips in my secret playbook to help you with that. Some tips for sellers in this crazy market. If you have to find a replacement home, I would recommend that you do that first. If you're going to do new construction, go ahead and get it started in a couple months before completion, then put your home on the market. If you are buying an existing home, find that dream home first, get it under contract, get all the T's crossed and I's dotted, then put your home up for sale. But in that original contract, make it contingent on the sale of your existing home. So in summary, it's a tough time out there, whether you're a buyer or seller. If I can help you in any way, reach out to me. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up. It really helps a lot. Till the next video, take care and stay safe.